Hello guys, it's Social Gamer Genline here. So I know probably some of my subscribers are pissed off at me for just making story time, but don't worry. More Dragon Ball Z content and more of that Pokemon Super Fire Red and lots of content will come in the future. But for right now, we are going to be talking about my root story, alright? I actually have a root story. It's not of my own phone, but as me rooting another friend's phone, as I explained in like way in the past in one of my older videos about root. So let me kind of explain what happened, all right? So I got this phone from my friend because he wanted root on his phone, but he didn't want to do it on his primary phone. He actually wanted root on his older phone, all right? So this older phone in particular, I can't remember the name of it, but basically it was a phone that had 16 gigabytes of internal storage. Yes, 16 gigabytes of internal storage. A shitty ass Android somehow. I mean, originally it probably wasn't shitty, but this Android has 16 gigabytes of internal storage on it. I don't know the RAM. I didn't really test that out or anything like that. But basically, he gave me the phone, and I remember trying to use the fucking phone, and it was fucking. I mean, this shit was impossible. If you've ever seen something to use, like, I know a lot of people, they say some of the older phones are impossible to use, like maybe like an iPhone 4 or a shitty ass Android. As I guess iPhone users kind of like to down the iPhone 4 and say it's like an Android. And so I guess if you want to put it on the shitty Android level, this shit was nothing compared to that, all right? Like I said, iPhone 4 is usable. I have one. I've been using it. It's usable. But I mean, this phone, I hate the phone that I'm actually recording on right now because sometimes it pisses me off. But I literally, this phone was completely useless, all right? And when I say it's useless, literally loading Temple Run. Like if I were to load Temple Run on this phone, it'll take probably 10 seconds at the most. Look, on this phone, it literally took over a minute. Yes, I timed it. I think the first time it took a minute and 5 seconds just for it to load. Like you could literally grab something out of the microwave or put some in the microwave and leave it on there, and then it'll be done by the time it's done loading Temple Run. And I'm not even lying to you. Temple Run. I'm talking about Temple Run and Temple Run 2. Doesn't matter which one you ran on this fucking phone. It couldn't even run the simple of games. But anyways, let's get right into the point. So I loaded Google Chrome, which took fucking ages. I remember going to this video about the S8 compared to the Galaxy S1, and the guy was talking about it took fucking decades and ages just for the browser, like the load on whatever thing you were searching up. That's probably what this phone felt like. All right, it took so long to fucking load up, so I had to search up the Kingroot APK, obviously, and once I got the Kingroot APK, which took me a literal 20 minutes to a half an hour, I shit you not. Oh my god, it was so annoying. Like I had to restart the phone multiple times just to get it to do anything. So I remember installing Kingroot, and I'm like, please save this fucking phone. Root has saved so many phones and lives. You need to save this one. So I remember going on the app, and it rooted the phone. I shit you not. As soon as the phone was rooted, you would think it's one of these high rate phones. Like this, it was doing shit instantaneous. I'm not even lying to you. Like before, to open up the settings, it would take like 10-15 seconds just to open up the settings. It would take so long. But when I rooted it and opened up the settings, it was instantaneous. It was like it was brand new right out the box. I was downloading root, like what apps that require root. So basically, root saved this fucking phone. It loaded Temple Run in 5 seconds instead of a literal minute and more just to fucking load it. Like it saved this phone's life. All right. And I know there are a lot of root users out there who probably have had the same thing happen to them. I'm not sure. I'm not promoting root in any type of way because there are some risks to rooting, and I have been affected by those certain risks, all right? Such as bricking. I don't know if my tablet got bricked per se, but it did fuck up. So I'm just going to assume it got bricked, and my other phone actually that had root didn't really brick or get fucked up. It's just when I gave it away to somebody else, they kind of fucked it up. So basically, root can save a phone's life or make a phone's performance better. That's why I always say a phone isn't at its full performance until you root that bitch. All right. So I'm pretty sure it went normally at first when he first got the phone and it was running all smooth, and then he just fucked it up over time. But it was so amazing how I just rooted that bitch, And literally within seconds of me rooting it, the phone's performance was completely changed. I don't know how, but the phone's performance was completely changed. I'm not even lying to you. Like, everything just seems so much more faster. Like, I try to root this Samsung Galaxy Core Prime. I see that it's getting harder to root certain devices, and it just kind of getting annoying as hell. Like, I know that you have the King root and the Kingo root and shit like that, but if you really want to root a phone with like KitKat, alright? Like 4.4 or 5.0, and not like 5.1.1, because I guess certain of these devices are getting fucking harder and harder to root, and they're getting more fucking annoying. Like, this Samsung Galaxy Core Prime, I'm pretty sure it would be easier to root if I didn't get all these updates and shit. But I see as it's getting more updates and updates and updates, it's probably getting harder to root. Like, I found the root method and I tried to root it. Like, the root method that I had, I should have actually used it at the time because it was finna root it. But I'm like, nah, just fuck it. I don't feel like rooting it. And then when I got the second root method, it fucking failed because obviously the first root method worked and I didn't do it. So if you have the chance to root the phone, root it. There is a thing on King Root, like it says searching for updates. Let it search for the update for about a day or two so it can try to find the update, leave the app open, and when it finds an update or basically a way to root your Android device, it will alert you. So let it do that. Kingo Root, I really recommend using it through a computer. I'm not going to say for all Android phones, but for certain ones, I recommend you just use it through a computer. But this has been my root story. Like I said, the whole point of the video is that the root saved this fucking shitty ass Android that probably wasn't shitty to begin with. It's just my friend made it shitty because he's careless of his phones. So I guess he made it shitty and I just fixed it. Alright, root saved the day. But this will not be in all cases, like I said. I could make a video on advantages of root if anyone wants me to do that, because I know there are a lot of people that are curious of why to root their Android. And as a personal user in the past, I have used plenty of fucking apps. Device Control, Titanium Backup, I ain't gonna say that app. I'm gonna leave that app alone. I don't want nobody to know about that app. But if any of you root users know what I was finna say, just ignore it and don't comment it. What else have I used? There's plenty of other ones I've used as well. I've used Flashify and like probably at least 15 other root apps. But I also had this one app, I forgot the name of it, but basically I could assign a like task on my phone. Like basically what you could do is you could assign like 50 tasks. Like your phone could run tasks throughout the day. So if you wanted a phone to open up an app and do a specific feature in that app, you could make it do that. Or if you wanted to activate a widget at a certain time of the day, or if you wanted to make an app open at a certain time of the day, you could do that. Like you could literally run like 100 functions on the phone throughout the day if you really wanted to, and you can set what time that you want this app to open or what feature you want this to do inside this app or phone at this certain time of the day or throughout the entire week as well. And I really did like that because you can't do that normally as far as I'm concerned. I mean, you probably can do that normally with the Android phone, but the way this app did it, it just did it so much better with Root. It just did it way better. You could literally do like 100 functions in one day. I'm not even lying to you. It was so perfect. But that was in the past. I don't have a rooted device anymore. But since I've been a root user, I can tell you guys what you want to know if you want to know it. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video for today. This has been Ultimate Gamer Jalen here. Like I said, there's more content that's coming up. I'm probably going to do a little bit more of Dragon Ball Z content on my channel.